For today's tete-a-tete, we have the super talented actress, a wonderful mom, and a very dear friend, Konkona Sen Sharma. So, Coco, how did you feel when you first became a mom?
You know, nothing I think prepares you for the moment that you become a mother. I remember when Haroon first came out, I took some time, to get used to him and to get used to the idea that I'm a mom, to get used to the idea that, I've said goodbye to sleep for 1 year.
Yeah.
But I think looking back now, I think I just fall in love a little bit more with my son every day. I think it wasn't so much in the beginning.
But that's amazing. But that first moment when you held him, was he crying? Was he screaming?
He was crying, he was crying and he was all kind of, he was warm and fleshy. Yeah, he was smelling of flesh and he was warm and he was wrinkled and he was grey. And you know when they're ugly when they come out?
They have some kind of, there's some stuff on them.
There's stuff on them. They hadn't cleaned him.
Yeah, they put him on you.
And they put him on me. As soon as they put him on me, he stopped crying. So that was the first kind of surge of connection. And then...
and the power you have over him.
And the power I wield now.
But it's interesting because no one tells you that. Like we see the first few pictures of these gorgeous, gorgeous little cute babies with their little caps on and stuff. But that first...
they don't prepare you for that because even though you know that they come out ugly and wrinkled, you imagine them red and, like pink or red or something. Nothing prepares you for that. When your skin has been in water for a long time, which they have, then your skin is wrinkled and grey.
So, has motherhood been a sort of life-changing thing for you? Or do you think you're still, in essence, the same person? Or do you think you've changed in a big way? Or
I've changed. I've changed, definitely. I think you grew up. I think you just grew up. Because before that, it's like, you're in this extended childhood, waking up as late as you want, whenever you want. It's lovely. And, thinking really mainly just about your own concerns. Having children is like a benchmark, it's a turning point. It's one of those, no other rite of passage, of being a human being, I think comes close to, being a parent or definitely being a mother.
Yeah.
I think it's just, everything in my life is divided into before and after. It takes a long time. I don't think anybody can really prepare you. It's really tough.
Haroon, of course, is quite little now, but what about education? What's your view on the education
system? It's too hard, it's too hard. I don't know. There's too many things to worry about. There's no perfect school. So this is the thing. I've been, now, asking people around a lot. I'm happy. It's a small little school. But I know he can't be that, forever. It's only till class 4 or 5. So I've been finding out about different schools. And the thing is that I think every school comes with its own set of problems. And, actually, who awed Audin Akhtar, she told me something very nice. She said, whatever school you send your child to, they're going to have some shortcomings which you're going to have to make up for at home.
Yes, absolutely.
So whether it's the, sports angle that they're not pushing, or it's too competitive, or it's too small, or it's too big and they're lost in it, or they don't pay attention to, whatever it is, you have to make up for it at home. So I tell myself that to comfort myself.
Yeah, no, but I completely agree. And I think every school has its pros and cons. Personally, I'm very happy with our kids' schools.
Yeah.
And as you said, you make up for things at home, and also the schools make up for things that you may not be doing. So I think there's always a fine balance.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered homeschooling?
No. Not yet.
That would be like...
That's scary, Homeschooling is scary. My mother briefly considered it when I was young.
Really?
Yeah. She briefly considered it and then, I think my sister talked her out of it. Because I think homeschooling is great. I really have a lot of admiration for people who can do homeschooling. But I think it requires like a lot of investment, a lot of involvement and to sustain.
And a lot of patience to be able to do it.
And to sustain it for like 12 years, 15 years, at least 12 years, right? So that's hard.
No, and I think as somebody who works, I think that, to be honest, the time that the kids go to school, especially in the beginning, is the time, is when you can do so much. And not that you're kind of pushing that away, but I think personally you're kind of a nicer parent when you've had some time to do your stuff, and then you're back with them, and it's all lovely and hunky-dory. So, Coco, is there anything you'd like to say to all the mums out there? Any tips, any mummy gyan?
I think the most important thing is to, keep your cool and to, make sure you prioritize on your sleep. Because then I think that you can handle things. You love your kid. You're going to do your best for your kid. You have your own life. You've lived so many years, on your own. I mean, I think everyone's okay. Everyone's figured that out. But I think everything gets compromised because you're stressed out, because there's so many expectations, to fulfill. There's so much pressure.
Yeah.
It's a stressful situation. You're not sleeping enough. So I think that early time, early motherhood, which was difficult for me. I think the first 6 months to 1 year was difficult for me. In hindsight, I think at the time I didn't realize. I don't know if I was depressed, or maybe I wasn't depressed, but maybe because I wasn't sleeping enough, I found that difficult. So I think just to prioritize on sleep and focus on some me time.
Yeah.
Regardless of, 1 or 2 or 3 children or husband or whatever. I think that's important.
Yeah, and you are looking so amazing, I have to say. And Coco, thank you so much for being on the show. Always a pleasure.
I'm so happy, and I hope we do many more seasons together.
Thank you. Do write in to me on our social media handles, and for latest updates, do log on to our website. Till we meet again, bye-bye.